I started my online business journey on April 22nd, 2024, and 6 months later, in the month of October, I had my first 10K month. More specifically, $12,098.17 month. And in my 6 month journey with high ticket sales and online business, I want to share you my top 6 things I learned with hitting 10K last month, and overall just my journey within high ticket sales and online business in the past 6 months, containing the past 6 months. And the top 6 things I learned. I'm going to split up in 3 general tips, things I've learned regarding just online business, stuff like that, making money. Then 3 things regarding high ticket sales, and 3 things I learned within high ticket sales. I'm gonna first start off with 3 general things. The first general thing I learned that it's possible. It's as obvious as may be. A lot of people think that making 10K per month is not realistic. It's not real. Like it's not possible, and they just have that limiting mindset within themselves and within their journey. And I think that's really a big reason why people don't make any money, or nonetheless 10K per month within online business. I know I just had my first 10K, but I did hit 10K, so I think I'm somewhat qualified to say this, but it is possible. Okay, and I think what helped me hit 10K last month is from the very start, I always knew it was possible. You see these guys online making 100K, 50K per month. I'm like, shit, if those guys can do it, I mean, fuck, I can do it. I mean, I do a lot more stuff than they do in terms of just becoming a better person and overall development. So knowing that it's possible and literally doing it and actually achieving it, that's the first thing I learned. It's possible. And I have many friends within this space that make more than 10K per month, are making 30, 20, 30. So I just always knew that it was possible, and I fucking proved it to myself. The second thing that I learned is that you only fail the game of online business and not making 10K per month if you quit. From what I see, and from what other people tell me, like the only reason you will not hit 10K per month is if you just give up. If you stick to the shit, like the hard parts, the ugly, the mud, and you get through all of that, you will make 10K in a month. Of course, you have to be improving, taking action, and becoming a better person every day, every month, right? But the number one thing, if you won't get it, is if you just fail. Okay, so you may be struggling, you may be having your worst month, you may be really down in the dumps, but I guarantee you, if you keep on pushing and going through the hard parts and going through the suck, you will get there eventually. I've had friends who are close to making 10K. I've had friends who make 10K or are making more, and that's what they say. Like, you only fail if you give up, and you go a different route. You're just had pussy out, and that's something I agree with, because I see it myself with people I know, and this industry as a whole. A lot of people just quit. It's very sad to see. The third thing is that it all starts up here with your beliefs. Ask anyone a lot who has been making 10K per month or very rich. It's all mindset, and that's something I learned with this last month, making 12K, and making money, a little bit of money before that. It all starts up here. I always do from the start in April, and before that I can reach this goal, but it takes a little bit more than that, per se. And what I mean is, late July, early August, I had a mindset shift, and from April to July, and I talk about this in all my videos. I probably will, but I was operating from a place of scarcity, fear of that I can't spend too much money. Money is hard to come by right now. It's shit's looking tough. And I was thinking that I don't have enough. And I'll it's gonna take a while, right? Operating in that place of fear, just anger, just desperation. It's not gonna get you anywhere. The saying as it goes, you attract what you are, and like as woo woo, BS is that sentence. It's very true because me flipping that to the other side with flipping my mindset with abundance mindset and thinking, oh, I already have a lot. I'm already living in that dream state of what I want to be living. Flipping to that side of the equation and operating from a place of abundance and just peace and calm. Like, I literally attracted that 10K per month just by fucking changing how I thought. And it wasn't instant, but it was just like that. That same month, I did that mindset shift at the start of August. That same month, at the end of August, I made the most amount of money in my journey. At that point, I made 1.5K in a week and a half. I hopped on this random e-com offer. I closed 7 out of 9. I made 1.5K in commissions in a week and a half. I was like, whoa, okay. And then from there, September, that was my best month. I made 3.5K in 5 days. Isn't that crazy? I made 3.5 in 5 days, and that was towards the end of the month as well. And honestly, like that, the first part of the month is like where I think you're being tested. Like, let me test this guy. Let me add some character development. Let's see if the cookie crumbles, if he breaks. But you guys stick to it, and you gotta have that belief that it is possible, that naiveness to you, and just push through it. And I still operate from abundance mindset. Sure, like things didn't go my way at the start of September, but I still maintain, frequency, that vibration, and then it just came. My brother Sati, he was like, hey, come work with me. And then boom, that's how I went. Made 3.5 September. Then this month was my best month. Think made $12,000 in a single month. I made almost a doctor's salary. I think I made almost more than my mom. She got a couple bonuses. I think she lived, made a little bit more than me, but I was 2-3K away from making more than my mom. That's crazy to say. All from the internet, okay? And once she sees the 12K hit my account, she's gonna be like, the 3.5 was like a little taste of it. Now, like, I'm giving her like almost the whole cake with like, see, this is what's possible, and all that is possible with your beliefs. And you attract what you are. If you think money is hard to come by and like this is gonna be hard, then that's your reality. But if you think it's easy and you're already living this reality where you're loving life and you're just having fun, it's gonna come to you. Pause, but like, it's all woo woo until you actually do it and you actually see the results coming. It's like, holy shit, this is real. This is so real. So those are my first 3 general. I want to wrap it up real quick for the 3. First, it's possible. It's very possible to make 10K per month. You have to know that. 2, you only fail if you quit. If you quit, you literally just can't get there. So just keep on pushing, keep on working, and keep on putting in the work. Like, ask anyone making 10K. Like, you just have to keep on going, no matter how awful it seemed, no matter how much of the mud you're in. You just have to keep going. And third of all, like, you have to change your beliefs, your mindset. It all starts up here, okay? Bad mindset, bad life, and I've seen it from other people. Good mindset, good life. And ask anyone, you all believe in faith, mindset, your beliefs, okay? So those are the 3 points for my general tips, okay? Now, my 3 tips, the 3 things I learned from within high ticket sales. I'm in high ticket sales. If you don't know, that's what I do. The first thing I learned, which I knew, but which I really, really learned after making 12K last month, is the offer is so important that you are on. The offer is very important, and it'll depend heavily on how much you can make and you're going to make. Before I got onto this offer I'm on right now, I was on a lot of startups, a lot of new offers, just really rough offers, in the works, like in the mud itself. And that was one of the main reasons why I didn't make so much money, as well as at the time I just wasn't good either. Of course, as the months went by, the days went on, I got better and better at closing, and just sales. So, but ultimately, I would not have made 10K, 12K if I wasn't on this offer. Of course, I still have to put in the work and grind and do what's needed of me, and all that. But the offer is very important. So that's a huge reason why I made 12K this month. So that's the first thing. Second thing is your network and building up your network and making good connections. I joined a sales coaching program 6 months ago, April 22nd. I remember it like it was yesterday. Met a guy in there named Sati, and for the past 6 months, been hammering it out. Okay, pause. I've been practicing with him, role plays on the group coaching calls, reviewing calls. We were on the same offer before this one at one point. It was so bad. It was a fitness offer. Ugh. It gives me PTSD, but I he's one of my close bros now, and then in September he gave me a call. He was like, hey, can you do this for my team, for my offer? Come work with me. I'm like, yes. That wouldn't have been possible if I didn't build up my network and make good connections. In this space, there are two things that will dictate how much money you make. Your skill set, of course, you have to be good, and the people okay? That's how you get on the good offers and make the money, is who and the good connections you make. Like, more specifically, like how much of a likable person you are. Like, if you aren't likable and you're just weird and like nobody likes to role play with you or just talk with you, you're not gonna make it. Okay, you got to be likable, and I think that's one of the reasons why Sati reached out. Of course, I'm a killer, of course, but I would not have been on this offer if I didn't build up my network and make good connections. Also, my boy Amon's in there, same offer as me, same. So, shout out to you too, Amon. He's killing it. That's the second thing. The third thing, which is important, and I know a lot of people kind of go back and forth with this, but investing into paid communities / coaching. Like I just mentioned before, a lot of people go back and forth. Oh, you don't need it. You don't need it. With high ticket sales, like, you 110% need to invest into yourself, into coaching, into paid communities. Like, it's just a given, because I've seen people in the free communities that try to get good and try to build up the network, and they can. You still can, but this is a pay to play. Like EA games. It's pay to play. Invest into yourself, put some skin in the game, get coaching, get actual coaching, and join a community surrounded by people who are at your level, or into a paid community who are at your level or above you, so you can build up with them and, one, get that skill set, two, get that connections, build up your network. There's really no other way with high ticket sales. Like, from the very start of my journey, I was getting coached through a paid program. Shout out Quantum Level by Tim Ray. You should join it for sure. I would not be here where I am if I did not take that risk and invest in myself on April 22nd. Well, April 20th, but I started April 22nd. I had 2K in my account. I paid like 3/4 of that. Okay, and that allows me, that one decision right there allowed me to make 12K last month. Okay, and what it allowed me to do, one, pay for the skill set, not pay, but build up my skill set by someone who is 50 times better than me, 50 times more the experience, great coach, great person. Okay, that's what it allowed me. The second thing is build up the network, the connections. Okay, you need connections in this space. You need the network. You can't go ghost. You can't, like, it's like the saying, like, you can have a great product, but if no one knows about it, like, you're not gonna make any money. Okay, you can be a great sales rep, but if no one knows who you are, you don't talk to anyone, you're not gonna get on any offers, or it's gonna be very, very hard. Okay, so those are the three things, in my opinion, are the three things I learned with making 10K last month, 12K. Um, yeah, and summarize that. One, the offer you're on is important. It will skill set and your offer you're on will dictate how much money you will make and how much you will improve as a person, a closer, setter, whatever. Okay. Second, building up your network and making good connections. Okay. Apart from another thing I forgot to mention is Austin. I went to the serial sales community, the serial sales meetup. It was almost the highlight of my year. Meeting people within my industry. I had before that I had never met someone in high ticket sales in person before that, and really it was a great time. Like almost everyone, well, like everyone had the same mindset. Literally doing the same things, and it was awesome. And that built up my network. I met some great guys. Talked to a lot of them to this day, making good connections. Building up that brotherhood per se. It's awesome. So you have to build up your network, just how like you build up your network in real life and like in actual business. It's the same thing applies here. I know a guy who knows a guy, so I can get that, or he can allow me to do this. Stuff like get you front row seats at something. Stuff like that. And the third thing is investing into paid communities, coaching, high ticket sales. There is no other way. You can do it the free way. It's gonna be very hard. It's gonna cost you a lot more. It's gonna cost you even more money, time, and energy if you do it the free way. And yeah, that's really it for me. And I think one thing nobody really talks about with hitting your first 10K month is whenever I made this 12K this month, I'm like, holy wow! Like first off, like I'm proud of myself that I did it, but then I realized that like 10K is nothing. Like a lot of people on Twitter, money Twitter, they're like, yeah, 10K is like minimum wage. And now I fully realize what like truly not embody that, but like I like know what it means now. I knew what it meant back then, but now that I actually made 10K, 12K, like yeah, it really is minimum wage, because you see guys making 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K, and it's just like, wow, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. Like once you hit, like the hardest is going from 0 to 10K, but once from there, it's easy. It's like that. It's a curve. It's a curve. I think it's fucking called a bell curve. I don't know. I dropped out of college, but yeah, like that's reality. Like I made 12K, but I feel like I've been I've this point I've it's the most broke I've ever felt. Maybe not really, but like knowing people are making 20, 30K, people my age, it's like fuck, like 20K is the actual sweet spot. And I realize that because 10K is nice, but 20K is even better. So you're always wanting more. You're always wanting more, with me right now, I'm like fuck, I want more now. Like of course I have a lot of gratitude for where I am in my progress, my journey, and hitting 12K. But that as a man, you're never gonna be satisfied, never will. And with me hitting 12K now, in like how simple. Of course, it wasn't easy. It took 6 months, only 6 months. Yeah, fuck. It's like wow. Like only this, I made 12K just by doing this. Wow, that was easy. Now I want to make more. Like, give me more, give me more. I mean, if you made 10K, I think you would understand where I'm coming from. Like again, like I'm very grateful for where I am and how much I made and how much I can do for myself, for my family now, and the doors that it opens. And this is like what I really want to say is like this is where the actual work starts. When you actually hit that 10K, it's like, wow, okay, now I really need to get going, because I know what's possible now. Now I hit it. Cause I always know what's possible, but once you actually reach that certain level, that level one. This is level one. 10K is level one, right? Once you actually reach it, you're like, wow, your eyes open more, and you just kind of reach this certain point where it's just like, oh, like whoa, like you reach this like consciousness where it's just like, okay, wow, yeah, like I already knew it was easy, but now I know it even more, and now I want it even more. Um, but yeah, that's my that's the six things I learned from making 10K last month. It's only going up from here, you know, and the future is looking very very bright. I'm excited to see where I am in a year's time. I remember looking at my Snap stories, like my Snap memories, 1 year ago today, and it's just like wow, it's so much progress, so much growth. What can happen in a year? Even say 6 months, but 1 year, it's crazy. Just know it's possible and don't ever quit. Okay, reprogram your mind, and things will start flowing to you. Okay, look up Nero Knowledge. I always shout him out. He helped me a lot within my journey. So look at him. Look at his YouTube. It's so helpful. Yeah, that's really it for me. Getting back on the YouTube grind. So expect more from me.